Back in the grave with you, sir. No zombies allowed. We're not that kind of game.
Alright, time to get that Luffy gif of him just seeing the zombie and just going, there, no. You go back in there.
I'm glad we were thinking of the same thing.
Oh, my goodness.
What did this man hold back? The purge?
No, he held back the papers.
Oh, God.
Not
That's
the
worse.
papers.
Not bureaucracy!
I don't believe it. I always thought he was just a harmless lover of fish and chips.
Perhaps they were seasoned with something a little more potent than salt and vinegar. Rinosuke.
Like blood!
I mean, if you didn't say it, I was gonna say it.
Oh my god, it is Morbin time.
Hello and welcome back. We are delaying Mr. Strongheart even further, but it's fine. He's already late, so who cares? We're going to talk about the close trial now.
This country hasn't seen a closed trial for 10 years.
What is with the 10 years? Okay, so the last one was the professors. The trial of Genshin Osogi. Everything comes back to DL6 anyway.
Correct. Do not forget about DL6, Mr. Naruhodo.
Actually, we heard that originally.
Yes, I know, in the first Ace Attorney game.
Okay, sir. Were you also going to be the prosecutor for the first trial of the first Ace Attorney game?
Well,
not
that's
the
what
first
you
trial,
had
the
done
last
originally,
trial.
right? About DL6? That's why you're not forgetting about DL6, right?
No, okay, you know what? No, we're not going to continue this. You were going to prosecute that trial yourself, Lord Strongheart.
You're trying to make a reference, and this is how the children repay you. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, Van Seeks entreated me to relinquish the prosecution to him, that he might avenge his brother's death. Here we are, 10 years later. Realize how much time 10 years is, Mr. Naruhodo?
A lot of hours?
Have you counted 10 years in seconds?
That's like 4 10s.
That's a lot.
40
That's
40
a lot
cakes.
Of seconds.
He stole 40 cakes, and that's 4 10s. It's terrible.
But the son of the man Van Seeks are condemned and now looking to avenge his father's death in the same way.
They do say that what goes around comes around.
However, it would seem that the new young prosecutor is harboring some ulterior motive as well.
Kazuma is?
I like my organization to run smoothly, in the exact manner that I prescribe. As with the giant clock in here, I won't tolerate a single cog being out of step with the others.
Oh, so that's what all these gears are about in here.
Unrelatedly, I would like you to know, Mr. Naruhodo, that 10 years in seconds is 315,360,000 seconds.
You really actually counted all the... Okay.
Yes.
I would say that's very impressive, sir. But
You can
also...
look it up.
Oh, okay. It's impressive, but also I'm very concerned.
Don't worry about it. If the young man refuses to mesh with the other parts of my great machine, I will be forced to take steps.
What do you mean? Sir?
Not something with which you need concern yourself.
I think we're concerned now.
I'm concerned. I'm his best friend.
Be not afraid. In any case, all your questions will be answered tomorrow.
Anyway, I'm
What?
concerned because I'm technically his best friend still. Yeah, I would like to know, sir.
I don't mean to alarm you. That's it. I just don't mean to alarm you.
Okay.
Now, I shall have to ask you to excuse me. As of this moment, I've been delayed from attending my next meeting by precisely 3 hours.
Well, they're very patient to wait that long.
Oh my, that is a long time.
And I hold you entirely responsible. You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
But what if we're the lawyers?
You'll be hearing from my other lawyers.
What if Cosmos, your other lawyer?
You'll be hearing from my third set of lawyers.
Okay, it's Van Zeeks.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what happens if you win a trial against Van Zeeks, don't you?
Van Zeeks is currently the one on trial. I don't know.
Don't
if he
worry
can
about it. Don't ask
actually-
questions. You're looking too much into it. Don't worry about it.
Even though we miraculously managed to fit everything into not even 5 minutes?
I hold you entirely responsible.
I wonder if you might agree to us, talking with Prosecutor Asogi? Pretty please?
Discussions between the defense and the prosecution outside of the courtroom are generally frowned upon.
Well, we sure were doing that a lot in the third case of this game, just saying.
Yes, but you were doing that in the courtroom, so that's different.
No, we were talking at the fairgrounds, sir.
Yeah, we went
No,
to
that's
see
different.
Van-
Everyone's at the fairgrounds, obviously. Like,
We went to Van Zeeks' office.
it's fine.
Okay.
Either way, I will make an exception in this case. Now go. You can find him in his office. I'm literally late. I need to go.
Wait, he has an office?
Apparently Baroque's office is his office now. Oh, thank you. Bye?
Let's go see about what's Miss Naruhodo.
Nah, we're
We're
gonna...
operating by Sith rules. He overthrew his master. Therefore, he's the master.
Wait,
What?
wait a
We're
minute.
operating by Sith rules.
But wouldn't Van Zeeks technically be your apprentice?
Oh no.
Cosmo's my best friend in the world, but I'm really not at all sure I know how to talk to him at the moment. I don't know either, so we're not gonna do that yet. We're going somewhere else entirely. We're gonna go talk to the other prosecutor. 2nd of November! Local prison cell 1. Oh, he has a book this time.
Oh, that Six is reading. Look.
Yes, I'm reading. It's not that hard, dear lord.
He doesn't seem like he wants visitors, does he?
But he must have noticed that we're here, surely. I'm sure he knows, but he's pretending not to.
Perhaps if I ignore them long enough, they'll go, oh god, I guess not. What do you Nipponese want?
That's no way to greet the lawyer who's trying his hardest to prove your innocence, is it?
Oh, so Susie's Nipponese?
I didn't know I was Nipponese now.
Perhaps not.
Huh?
I apologize. So what can I do for you, Mr. Naruhodo?
He just like turns on the racism, immediately shuts it off. All right, turns wrong switch.
Roseveil Six. Speaking honestly.
Listen, it's force of habit.
Oh, the fog will lift over London for the first time in months tomorrow.
This does feel very, very strange.
I must say, I was impressed.
Oh, well, thank you.
Not by you. By your fellow Nipponese. Good prosecutor friend.
Oh.
I saw that coming a mile away.
Oh, I see. Yeah. No, don't worry about, don't compliment me for, like, managing to get you another day so you're not, like, guilty and not the guillotine or anything. No, not at all.
All right, then I won't.
A miracle never happens.
Jesus.
It's sardonic, don't you think?
Game over. That's it.
For
No
men,
more
so-
Crazy Turn.
For a man such as me, so loathing of the Nipponese, to be entirely at the mercy of the two of you. I suppose it's retribution for having played the part of the Reaper all these years.
Played the part? Excuse me? You once told me that you gladly allowed people to believe you were the Reaper, because it helped reduce the amount of serious crimes that took place in London.
If keeping quiet and playing the part benefits the cause, a cause I myself am committed to pursuing, then why would I choose to say anything?
But the henchman of a criminal killed by the Reaper attacked you only the other day. And that was just the most recent of many attempts on your life, wasn't it? Someone is clearly profiting from your silence about all this. Someone is using you.
Believe me, ever since the Reaper first appeared, I've been doing my utmost to expose him. Or rather, expose the organization.
Ha! It's the whole organization.
It's inconceivable that all those accidents were orchestrated by one man. No, the Reaper always appears to have very accurate information about the accused in each case. Which can only mean that somebody at Scotland Yard is involved.
Someone that you can't mean.
It's taken me many years, but I finally identified the central figure in this Reaper organization. Tobias Gregson.
Ah. He has said it.
No.
Gregson! The Reaper?
You sure you want to go this route? This just gave you motive.
It sure did, didn't it? So the reason you were investigating Inspector Gregson is because you intended to expose him as the Reaper?
As I said, the Reaper of the Bailey is no single person. It's a highly secret organization with close ties to Scotland Yard. But there's no doubt that Gregson was a key member of that organization.
I don't believe it.
Are you saying that Gracie, that he was behind all those awful criminals meeting there?
Gregson didn't do the dirty work himself.
Oh,
He was a tactician. His job was to covertly investigate the marks and plot their assassinations. In order to do that without arousing suspicion, he clearly needed a firm alibi. Regularly. He clearly regularly needed a firm alibi. They both work, it's fine, don't worry about it.
we understood what you
Clearly
meant.
regularly works, it's fine, sir. Which is where Mr. Vigil came in, posing as the inspector.
Vigil knows nothing of the Reaper. But the room he rents on Fresno Street was almost certainly the headquarters of the operation. Gregson would have met the assassin there for briefings.
So we don't actually know who carried out the killings, then.
Actually, I do have a name.
You... What?
Well, if you can name the man, you have the traitor of the Reaper already then.
Yes, but I can't prove it, can I? That's kind of the point. That's why we're here. Anyway. Or, let's put a spin on this, if I can name the woman.
Oh,
She's a young woman by the name of Asashin.
Assassin.
Yeah. You see how it sounds like assassin? You see what you see that? See what Capcom did there?
Wait. What? Shin? Her. Miss Asashin, the true name of a terrifying killer I know only too well.
Wait, why does her name sound vaguely Japanese if she's British?
They had to make assassin work somehow.
Okay.
She came to Japan posing as a visiting student and murdered Dr. John H. Wilson. And just when it seemed that diplomatic protection would help her escape Japan and conviction.
Alright, give it to the picture!
The mysterious woman was herself murdered in a small summer beach hut. And that woman was actually the Reaper of the Bailey? All the pieces are coming together now.
I may be in prison now, but my intuition was dead on!
How convenient that
I'm the real hero.
That in the entirety of the UK and Japan, it's always people we've already met.
What a fun coincidence, isn't it?
Well, the population hadn't boomed quite yet.
Miss Naruhodo, this perhaps isn't the place to discuss.
No, of course not. We can't mention it here. The fact that she killed Dr. John H. Wilson. Because Iris doesn't know, and it's very likely that the man was her father.
That's a shame. I should have followed her at once.
Yeah, I agree. The pieces are coming together.
Kasuma, isn't it? Kasuma Asogi. You say he's a friend of yours?
Hold on, time out. How did Gilda die, then?
He was set on fire.
Okay. By who? Because Asa wouldn't have been there.
Okay, well, he says an organization. You know, this is not
It's
like
an organization.
100%.
It's not just her.
We don't know which ones she's responsible for, which ones other people are responsible for. Like, you don't know. We don't know.
It is an organization. My best friend. Sorry. I've been on a Jujutsu Kaisen run, so all my brain was just thinking of Toto saying, "My best friend!" Sorry. He's the whole reason I got to come to Britain, and it was all in his merits. So they did change the dialogue from this, because I'm pretty sure this is the part where he says in the Japanese version that Kazuma Asogi is his pride and joy.
Ayo?
Yeah, that's in the Japanese version. I'm like, wait, this section sounds familiar to me.
Did he say the word Aibo?
He did say Aibo.
Okay, so that's difficult because that technically is partner, but that can be both romantically and platonically. So
that's the fun thing with the Japanese language, isn't it?
yeah, so that's why in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix they added a new cutscene where Axel is talking to Roxas and calls him Aibo, and everyone was just like, "Oh!" But no, it was never like that.
Yeah. Well, when I hear Aibo, I generally approach this as platonic, but that's mostly because my first introduction to Aibo was watching Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh.
Yeah. So I never saw it in a romantic sense, you know?
Yep.
I saw it as very good friends and partners.
Yep.
I have nothing but respect for him.
Yes, I understand that only the very best students are selected for such opportunities. Even though one of them was a murderer, but anyway. And I had a fine demonstration of how sharp he is in the proceedings earlier today. He missed nothing.
Oh yeah, I think also in the Japanese version, I believe Osogi occasionally addresses Ryunosuke in a certain way. It's damn, it's Kisama, but like it means something else besides the word damn. He uses it as a descriptor for Ryunosuke sometimes, so...
Isn't that like a really mean way to say you?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I think he was being mean in an affectionate way because they're friends. But I do remember he was he would occasionally address him that way, and I was like, huh, that's a funny thing. That's a funny thing to say to your friend, but okay.
In fact, his flawless performance very much reminded me of his father.
Genshin Asogi, the professor.
It's true that the aristocracy at the time was the root of murderous grave societal problems.
Murderous graves? You know, I get where you get it's numerous.
Numerous. I meant numerous. Yes, it's fine. Listen, I've been down here for so long. It's very dark. I can only. It's very dark. I can't quite make out all the letters.
Did someone say murders?
No, stop that. They were abusing their power, playing with the common man as pawns in politics, in economics, in war. In many ways, Genshin Asogi was leaving an impact in society.
Oh my god! Banned. You're just banned. Just banned. Get out of here. Can we go through talking about Genshin Asogi without making a Genshin Impact reference?
No.
Find out.
No, we can't. I will beat this dead horse until we are in the core of the earth.
All right, so next project, we're all gonna play Genshin Impact, right?
No.
No.
Anyways, I was completely ignoring what Lewis was saying, so I was looking it up. So I think it's interesting. Kisama is technically an honorific. However, I think it is more colloquially these days used as a rude term.
Yes.
It technically comes from an honorific type of speech, but I think it's one of those things
Back
like
then
you
it was
you
not
read.
back then it was not a
Yeah.
rude term. It was something else. Which,
Yep.
you know, it did throw me off initially when I was looking through the script, and I was just like, why is he saying damn over and over again?
Yeah.
And I'm like, there has to be another meaning back then.
I mean, it also can mean you bastard or you son of a bitch. And I mean, sometimes if you think about how we use English colloquially, you son of a bitch can also be a positive thing.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Is your Genshin Impact pun reference going to be how you're going to read this dialogue?
No. I was just
Well,
waiting for everyone to
proceed.
stop. I'm going to reread
Okay.
it. In many ways, Asogi was carving out a canker from society that we British couldn't deal with ourselves.
I see.
Yes, and at no point are any of us going to bring up how the Reaper of the Bailey killings are basically just copycat killings of this exact same thing. But anyway. But that's precisely why it makes no sense. Clint Van Seeks was a noble and upstanding man. He wasn't corrupt. Why did that damn Nipponese have to go and take my brother's life?
What if, and hear me out, he was framed?
In spite of having once saved mine.
Considerations. He saved your life? How did that happen?
It was 10 years ago, like everything else that happens. On a foggy night.
Nothing happens between the 10 years. It's just present and 10 years ago.
What was to be the professor's final strike had sent a wave of panic through the capital.
So Clint Van Zieks had already been killed at this point then.
Genshin and I were walking down some back streets at a late hour. Of course, at that point, I had no idea of the true nature of the man at my side. All of a sudden...
I think this is the cops, whoever's stopping them.
Don't make a peep, you come with us.
We were surrounded. All of our assailants were armed with pistols, their faces obscured by scarves. Clint was not only from noble heritage, he was a brilliant prosecutor as well. The scum of London hated the sight of him. They had no sympathy for his younger brother either. I've been targeted several times before already.
Yep, those one thing's alright. We're going.
Yes, for some reason the crooks back then sounded like cartoons, but anyway. I could hear them murmuring amongst themselves. I knew they were after me. But just when I thought my time had come...
That is Genshin. I believe it's final that is Genshin that I cast.
I was gonna say, who voices Genshin Impact? Hang on a second.
A lot of people, actually, and they have to get some things fixed up with their stupid studio right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
I believe this is final.
I'm looking... Yep.
I just
Genshin
realized
is
I have
not
my
final.
microphone put up. If I let them kill you, Clint would never forgive me.
It was Asogi's voice. Just a whisper in my ear. After that, he pulled out a gun from his scabbard. After that, I don't remember exactly what happened. The next thing I knew, there was silence all around. Genshin lay on the cobbled street. Blood was seeping from his left hand. He'd shielded me. Two days later, they arrested him. On suspicion of being London's most notorious mass murderer ever. The Professor.
How awful for you.
All at once, I lost the brother I revered. Revered, right?
Yes,
Yes.
revered.
Yeah. All at once, I'd lost the brother I revered and the foreign friend I held in such high regard.
I'm so sorry, Lord Van Zeeks.
So hear me out.
Hmm?
In the entire 10 years we've been here, have
We
we...
have- We haven't been here 10 years. We've only been
Okay,
here for
then.
1 year.
Them.
Okay.
In all of those 10 years, has anyone, just once, has anyone considered, hey, maybe the same organization that's the Reaper was also the Professor, and nothing actually changed?
Probably, but
Hmm.
if there is, and you can pin it on someone else, your organization continues to flourish while no one suspects the wiser.
Which is why I'm saying, like, hey, has anyone so much as considered maybe these two are the same thing, and the fact that other people are taking the blame for this is literally just keeping this going?
But I think
And
I think the issue is we've learned in this organization, but it seems like from Van Zeek's perspective, almost no one knows about it because it's kept that much under wraps.
Yeah. Also, the Professor was a closed trial, so... I don't think they got that far connecting the dots if they were considering it.
Wait, the Professor was a closed trial? Oh.
Yes, the Professor was a closed trial.
No, but that's just, I think I know who else we can add to that organization.
Ah. I don't know if you read this line yet, Lewis.
Oh, I don't think I did. I got caught up in the discussion. I'm sorry.
No. I like this. The gears are turning. We're getting to that point where the pieces are slowly coming together.
That's the end of my miserable tale. I never thought I'd recount it to anyone.
Well, thank you for confiding in me.
Under duress, let me just add.
I did not force you to say it. You did not have to explain anything, sir, if you didn't want to.
The Professor, the Reaper, and Inspector Gregson. I wonder just how intimately related they are all.
I still can't quite believe that Gregson was essentially the Reaper. Giving assassination orders to Giselle Brett. And you try to wrap that around your head.
Yeah, wait a minute. So in a way, Gregson's kind of directly responsible for literally everything that happens in these two games.
Directly or indirectly?
Well, I mean,
This is an organization.
I'm just gonna eat my fish and chips in hell. It's fine. They get nice toastiness here. Nice and warm.
Mr. Naruto, let's go and inform my father. I'm sure the government will want to hear about this new information.
Oh, that means I get to meet your daddy, Susie. Hooray!
Yes, alright. Let's head back to the Great Waterloo Hotel then. Alright, Van Zeeks, thanks for all those details. We're going to leave you for a little bit.
Let's go to the third character Lewis voices. Welcome to the Lewis Show.
I mean, between the judge, Susato, and Visual, I was having quite the time earlier myself, so...
Yeah, which is valid. That's valid.
Look, I was talking to myself for, like, quite a bit, okay? 2nd November, Great Waterloo Hotel foyer. Like right now, actually.
No, I'm here.
I thought it yesterday, but I think I get it today. This place is so princely.
Alright, I guess Iris isn't talking as much when I was at Sholmes' home a moment ago. It's a wild guess, but I have a feeling you'll think the same tomorrow, too.
My tea has a finer fragrance than whatever they're serving in the tea room here, though. Wouldn't you say?
Wait, hang on. What was this voice? It was somewhere. It was hyper deep.
Wait, who? Okay, I guess this must be Mikotoba, I guess. Yes?
It has to be. And I think I remember his voice was somewhere around here.
Yeah, that's right.
Look who we have here. This is an unexpected pleasure.
Yay!
Ha! Father!
Oh, is this your daddy, Susie? How lovely!
What a charming young lady. And you are?
Fade to black does not explain.
Ah, really? So you're the author of The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, are you?
That's me, Iris Wilson, at your service, sir. Susie's been a wonderful friend to me over the last year, you know?
Well, Miss Wilson, I must say I read your work regularly and with much interest.
Iris actually lives with Mr. Schultz, you know, Father.
Is that so? Well, perhaps that goes some way to explaining that bright look in your eyes.
Susato, why didn't you tell your dad any of this when you went back to Japan for that little bit?
You wouldn't be smiling so airily if you knew just how bright she is. Believe me.
Now then, young Naruhodo. It was a pleasure seeing you in action earlier. As an invitee of the symposium, I was allowed to observe from the gallery, after I twisted some arms. And I must say, it was a truly exemplary performance.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Though I'm fairly sure you omitted by Kazuma on the end there.
No. Please don't understand. Don't misunderstand. It was you who impressed me.
All the Mikotobas can read Naruhodo's mind. Got it.
No, you're just easy to read.
Yeah, you're a pretty blank slate. It's easy to interpret anything you're thinking.
Literally all the time. It's honestly kind of impressive how easy you are to read, Mr. Naruhodo.
I would appreciate if you stopped doing that, though. Some things I would like to not be read.
Well, then that's up to you to change your behavior so you're not so easy to read.
Really?
Yes, really.
You didn't miss a step against Asogi, and we all know how capable he is. Really, to have matured into such a fine defense lawyer in less than a year is quite extraordinary.
It's very kind of you to say so. Really nice to hear.
And we'll omit the part where you were barred from practicing law for about a few months.
Yeah, sure.
What
Don't
I
worry
saw
about
in court today, we're just gonna ignore that.
it.
What I saw in court today confirmed what I'd been hoping for. The favor I mentioned yesterday, Naruhodo. I trust you haven't forgotten.
Yeah, sure. I haven't forgotten, sir. We're gonna have to stop.
I realize it's been like 3 months for you, but I hope you haven't forgotten.
Time works differently in Naruhodo's mind.
I realize we're operating on Namek time.
All right. Well, we'll see if we still remember what his favor is in the next video. We're out of time. We'll see you all.
I sure don't.
later.